Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Friday, January 23rd. Let's see what the market... Oh, there's the market. I didn't even flip it over. Well, there's the heat map for you guys anyway, but all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. There you go. And the video is nice and green this morning. Let's see what else is going to be popping up here. What else looks good for us? Let's see what's popping first. Move made a nice move. We saw this somewheres. Was that on like the laptop travel list at Movano? We've definitely looked at it. That DRCT we were talking about last night. I know laptop travel was mentioned in this one right there. And RVYL running up there, BNAI. Brand engagement. We were talking about that the other day. GIBO and BGL right there. So some runners. That ASTI was a solar one we looked at last night as well. So there's some runners this morning right there. Let's see. European markets edge lower. Ericsson pops. Ericsson pops 9% after fourth quarter. Profit beat and Musk's update have Davos, whatever that place was, and what do they mean for Tesla? And the case for a U.S. bear market was building even before Trump antagonized overseas investors. U.S. stocks face weekly loss as Intel sinks 13%, and the diamond in the rough. Jamie Dimon did say something about the credit card stuff going on. So there you go. MOVE, DRCT, big winners for the 4 a.m. Warriors right there. I figured that. I think you had them both on the list. I know that move was on there recently, that's for sure. And let's go ahead. Our SPY is down a little bit this morning. There you go. And it does look like it could have a little pullback. We were talking about that last night, so we have to be careful about that. And then your Qs are down a little bit this morning, still pulling back some. We know that they can change right around, but they do have that little bit of pullback look. At least that's what they looked like last night, as well as we were coming in IWM right here. If I type it in, there you go. It's down 53 cents. Not too bad. Just a little healthy pullback right there. But again, they just look a little off this morning. So we'll see what happens, what the market brings us. Apple's down a little bit right here this morning. That's definitely getting set up. That should be a good one for next week, I would think. And Amazon right here, that's trying to get set up again. I didn't think any of these would really be blasting off, maybe Meta, but Google right here down a little bit, and Meta was running big yesterday. That's even pulling back a little bit there this morning. Microsoft was looking pretty big, good. That's up a little bit. That looks like it bottomed out too. Microsoft looking pretty good, and Nvidia right here is the one that's looking pretty good. So your semiconductors, let's see, RGTI. That's a computer hardware. We look at it with our quantum and computer hardware ones. It's down just a little bit. It had that look last night. We'll see if this one can get popping. If not, just get rid of it real quick. It'll be down a couple bucks, but that's it. And then let's see what else is going on right here. Let's look at Tesla was running yesterday. It's down just a hair, but not looking bad. It's over that 20. So again, just a weird morning. Not really anything crazy going on with these things. AMC right here, just flat. And GameStop is down a little bit after it ran up pretty big yesterday. So that is what them two look like. And then Chewy and Unity. Chewy's not doing anything. Unity's down a little bit right there. So let's look at Netflix, and it's still down. And again, this one's probably going to be a good one for next week as well, Luis Rodriguez. So it looks like the market in a week or so is going to be looking good. I don't know if it's going to be Monday, but I do think this thing is getting set up. It's starting to look a lot better, and I think things will be popping. This is just like a that pullback and setup period for it to go another all-time high, it looks like. So that's what it's looking like right here. AVGO down a little bit this morning. That looks like it could pull back. So that's a semiconductor right there pulling back at the moment. And MU is pulling back too. So keep an eye on that. TSM, that's actually up this morning, and AMD right there is up pretty big. Look at AMD running right there. That looks really good. Wow, that looked really good right there. Good old AMD looking good, and SMCI is up a little bit, and that's not looking bad either. So there you go with them two. They're looking good. QCOM is trying to set up right here. This should be a good one for next week, and snow will be coming down all over the place. Starting today, I would assume. Cadence, good morning. And but Snowflake right here looks like it wants to go back up. We'll look at it for next week, obviously. PayPal was trying to bounce back up. It's not looking too bad. And Intel took a big dip yesterday, and there you go. It's dipping down after the earnings. And there it is. Like I said, it was hitting resistance. I didn't like it. We should have put that one down. What were we thinking when I said I didn't like it going into the earnings there? And Dell right here is curling up. And it is not looking bad like we've been talking about. So I think Dell is looking pretty good right there. IBM down a little bit, and that one just recently ran up, then pulled back. So it's just kind of get setting up again. And Palantir, Sophie not really doing much right here. You can see Sophie not doing anything. Palantir was down a little bit. And then your Mara and Riot, they're not doing much either this morning. But Clean Spark, like I said, this thing looks interesting. So you can keep an eye on that one right there. And let me see, and we'll go through our crypto real quick. But MicroStrategy, MSTR, that's just up 8 cents. It's just kind of hanging out. Bitcoin's at 89,100, Ethereum 29.3. And it is back under 3,000 right now. And then your Solana's at 127, Cardano is at 36, and Ripple's at 191, Chainlink at 12.25, according to the stock cube right there. So that is what your crypto prices look like. We will go through it in just a moment. And that is MicroStrategy. Let's look at Hood, Coin, and Bull and see what these guys are doing. Hood's just sitting there. Coinbase is up just a little bit, and Bull was looking pretty good yesterday, and it's trying to get bullish there. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Maybe it does get running. It's just a late runner. And Space right here is getting set up. We've been saying that. So Virgin Galactic not looking bad. And Boeing right here. Look at that. That's been running at the top. It could run up more, but I don't chase them at the top like that. DJT has that resistance above it, so just be careful right there. And then your Nike right here is dipping down a little bit. And McDonald's, let's see what that's up to. It's down a little bit as well on this Friday morning. Disney down a little bit, and that one's definitely getting set up. And so Oxy right here is up a little. ExxonMobil, that is not looking too bad right there. It's in the top, so keep an eye on that one. And then your DXYZ right here, and that is getting set up as well. Not looking too bad. Snow expected on Sunday around 11 a.m. here in the dirty Jersey area. Yeah, we're supposed to get it, I guess, Sunday. And Saturday, I thought it was Saturday night and the Sunday they keep the things keep moving around, but it looks like we're gonna get smacked with a pretty good snowstorm here, Luis Rodriguez. So that's what it looks like. That's what the market looks like, everybody. And we'll see what's going on with this list and what you guys want to look at real quick. And like I said, we are looking at the news already. Let's see what crypto's doing real quick right here. Bitcoin, it's a red heat map, but it's not bad. It was at 90,000 yesterday for Bitcoin, but it's just kind of making a base right here. It looks like it could pull back a little bit, so we'll be keeping an eye on that to see if it does pull back. You can see Ethereum has that look too, and even Ripple. Yeah, I mean, they do look like they could pull back a little bit. We'll see. I would think that they would base out right here. So we'll have to see today what they look like if they pull back, how much they pull back, and then if they can keep this base to get set up to roll up right there. They all look very similar. So they're all going to run right off of this Bitcoin pattern right there. So it doesn't really matter which ones you look at, but they're all the same. When we look at Bitcoin, it is pulling back a little bit. So definitely have to keep an eye on Bitcoin right there to see if that retraces a little bit more. I didn't think it would want to level down, especially trying to get into this bullish channel. So let's make sure it stays at this level right here and doesn't come down. It probably wouldn't be good for it. Let's put it that way. So that's what it looks like at the moment. Let's look again. The SPY is down a little bit right there. Your Qs are down a little bit as well. And your IWM is down some. So nothing real crazy right there, but that's what they look like. Let's look at a couple that I wrote down last night. APLD applied. That's down a little this morning. Looks like that one's pulling back. ORIS was a penny stock, a reverse split. That's looking pretty good. It's not really doing much at the moment, though, ORIS. Yeah, it's just kind of hanging out. That might be a great one for next week. And then SPIR, somebody asked me to check out Spire Global last night. I missed the message. I didn't even see it, but here it is, Spire, SPIR. And it's just flat right there this morning. It's getting into the top. That one's a tough one to tell if it wants to run up some more. If this was me on Spire, it does look pretty good, but I would probably be locking in some profits there, especially going into the weekend. You just don't know what this thing's going to do. You can always rebuy it, especially if you bought it down here and you got this big old gap up right there. the person that was asking about Spire. So yeah, I mean, as you're getting to this top and it already got popped out right there, of course it can run higher. And of course you have resistance up here at 14. Yeah, you could get up there, but you could also pull back a little bit and come back into the tens. So yeah, you could go up $2, but you could easily come down $2. So it's just a matter of which one, how much risk you want to take as you get to that top area. And you can kind of see that curl happening right here. So you could get it to run up. And this is what I was looking at when we were looking at RKT, good old Rocket Mortgage for Zach. And yeah, it could have bounced up here. Remember, we played it perfectly right here. And this is that curl you start to see. You start to see something's going to give at that point when they start curling like that. So that's what I look at when I see that. And that's what I'm saying for Spire, SPIR. I would be careful. I mean, you can see it. It could get that little curl happening right here as you get into that top and it's run up. And again, it'll pull back to go up higher, but you can reevaluate it. And depending on if you have options that expire or you're going long on stocks the way you want to play it. But that's what it looks like for SPIR. So I hope that helps out right there and hope the person that asked about it is actually listening this morning. So there you go. And Michael Anthony's here this morning. How are you, Michael Anthony? The NASDAQ's been down over 100 points and S&P was down over 30 points. And then the Dow is down over 150 points while you guys were sleeping. That's what Michael Anthony said right there. And let's see what's going on with you guys. Let me see what these messages are and what you have in store. Luis Rodriguez, ASTI, that Accent Solar is running up there, looking pretty good there. Continue its way up. ARM right here. Wow, look at that. Ran right back up. Maybe we should have bought more ARM yesterday after we sold it. I mean, I did anyway, and I could have re-entered it. It would have been perfect, as a matter of fact, because it came into the 120s and then it ran right back up there. Luis Rodriguez, good one. SMCI looking good this morning. I have to say that one's looking real good right there. And Marvel right here, RVL. You were talking about this. That's not looking too bad. We'll keep an eye on it. And this REMX right here, this one just keeps going up. This rare earth and strategic metals ETF is great. SGML, Sigma Lithium Corporation. That's not too bad. That's getting set up. I bet lithium's getting set up now. It had been dipping down there. It'll probably get running. And that USAR has been running, guys. And you know, we've been playing this thing. And here you go. It's up a little bit more. Still looking good right there. So keep an eye on that. UAMY as well, up a little bit, not too crazy, but USAR looking pretty good. ISRG right here, Initiative Surgical, that was kind of curling up. That's not looking bad to get set up. And Redwire wasn't looking bad right there. That's jumped up this morning as well. And then your Boyle right here is not looking bad. So I would say your natural gas is going to continue up. So you can see what UNG is doing there. And that's up 3% and looking pretty good. So keep an eye on that. USO is your United States Oil Fund. That looks pretty good too. So beware and keep an eye on that. And gold right here was running up a little bit. And that still looks good. Silver right there doesn't look too bad either. So that's what they look like. Let's see what critical metals is doing. Let's see. That looks pretty good. That looks like it should continue its way up right there. And MP right here is up 1%. So we were talking about that. That Z Space was looking good yesterday. It's not doing anything yet this morning, but it could be a good one today. Plug had been trying to plug away, and ASPI right there is up a little bit and not looking too bad. We were talking about that. ASTS looking pretty good as well. UMAC was running up yesterday. It's up just a hair this morning. UNH was looking good, but it's dipping down. I thought that was going to continue some momentum right there. And your 4Us right here looking good as well. We were talking about it. Finviz joined the show last night. Appreciate that. And they asked about that one right there, 4Us and all the obviously rare earths and stuff like that. And the RGC right here. Look at this thing. Did spike up. Laptop travel. Pretty nice right there. And let's see that snow. Like I said, that one should get set up. Try to get running. QSI looking pretty good right there. And what about that Mimi right here? Doge Mama 9. It's just sitting there flat, not doing much. Amaze was amazing yesterday. It's down a little bit. And that EONR you gave us is up a little bit right there. Data Vault was looking pretty good too. DVLT. So keep an eye on that. That's up right there. And there you go. And Figment, that was looking pretty nice to get set up as well. And then let's look at Nuclear right here, SMR and NKLR right there is up a little bit, 2.5% for us. So Fly, that's going to get to be Fly real soon. So you might want to watch that. And Adobe's been beat down right here, and it is trying to move. Let me see, ADBE if I typed it in, and that one's going to be bottomed out and trying to move right there. So that's what they look like at the moment. Let me see what else you're looking at right here. ONDS Cadence, that's a good one. Let's check it out. What was that? That was running back up yesterday. It's up a little bit. That doesn't look too bad this morning, I must say. That could get moving. Bit Farms right here, BITF. And that's just kind of flat. Getting set up, I would say next week will be a good one for that one. FSK right here. Another one that could be a good one for next week in this little setup right here. That's not a bad setup happening and rolling off the MACD. Not sure if it runs today on a Friday, but could be a good one. And Wix is they build websites or whatever, software infrastructure. And let's see, that one has been way down. And I bet this one's kind of taking a hit now that AI is out, because I think AI can do most of their software. Like I said, build a website. I'm pretty sure you can just do all that on AI now with a piece of cake. So Wix right here is trying to bounce up. It is setting up in a good spot to try to pop. I'd say next week that could be a good one right there as well. Cadence to pop up. So there you guys, and there you go. And here's our translation, because I didn't understand what Michael Anthony was even talking about. Why you guys were asleep in your beds? I was up watching the futures market. My bearish prediction was correct. The market's bleeding. This confirms my warning to go to cash for the weekend. The selling has already started, according to Michael Anthony. He said ARM's going to fall today. So there you are. But it is up. I mean, if it probably won't get through that. And yesterday I sold it off when it hit that area as well. But it would have been a nice little pop up right there. How are you, Sam? And check out Spot. What is that one? Why the move today? And such a large price target. I'm not even sure what Spot. So Spotify. Let's see, where's it at? It's up $8. Let me see. I mean, this one's been dipping down pretty good too recently. I haven't really paid attention to Spotify, to be honest with you. I do put the shows on Spotify if you want to look and watch them on there. I think Luis Rodriguez has watched them on there. He says the audio is really good and everything. Anyway, here's Spotify. It is setting up, Sam. Look at that bad boy. Spotify not looking bad right there. They have earnings coming up. It's coming out of the basement. Earnings in a couple weeks right there, February 10th. I do like that look for Spotify. Let's keep that on the list right here and keep an eye on that bad boy. That's getting set up. I wasn't even looking at it. Toyota Motors well positioned right there to keep going in the snow. So there you go, Luis Rodriguez. They got their snow tires on your Toyota motor right there, and they're going to get ripping. DRCT was a Discord member just wow, somebody in the Discord made $40K from DRCT's laptop travels list. There you go. And he tweeted a couple times, cashed out at $40K. Look at that, guys. That's what we do in that Discord. So if you're in there, it is a great spot, and you can get the links on our bios. Oscar right here, OSCR. That's a little pullback. I don't think it's going to run today there, Cadence, but I do think this gets set back up. UNH has been looking pretty strong as well. It's a little pullback today. MOH, a little bit of pullback as well, and that's looking pretty good. So, yeah, that one's in the top, though, but that doesn't look bad. It's been running pretty well right there. But I would say healthcare could get running some more next week. Oscar's just been dipping down here, so you should get a bounce off of that trend line happening really soon right there. So I don't know if it'll happen today. Like I said, it doesn't look like it wants to. That's what the market looks like. It's kind of like flat and more or less down, if anything. And the spies and Qs could go down today. So we might have to keep that in mind right there. And let's see, the VIX is up. Let's look at the futures right here and see. There's your Dow, S&P, and then your VIX is up a little bit right there. And let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's stair-stepping its way down, to be completely honest with you. I don't think that's a real huge move right there. Let's put it that way. But it could disrupt today. And obviously, you can just kind of see it's trying to go up and and you're getting this come down. I do think we're going to see another bounce up on the VIX, though, as it comes back down to the MACD. I think you'll get one more roll up and it runs back up to this high. So we may see another dip down coming. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on the market. I'll look at that VIX and keep an eye on that as well. And your UVXY. And again, I don't like to really hold anything over the weekend because you just never know what's going to happen here, especially in this market. And so we'll keep an eye on it and see what's going on. And yeah, we'd love to help people make money. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, if you're in the Discord, wow, that was a great hit there, 40K this morning. And bonds are down. That's lots of crazy stuff happening. Michael Anthony, I agree. And that Eric, you were telling us that it looked good. I don't really know it too well because I can't even mention it. I don't even know what that says. What the heck does it even say? 5G advanced local services, and they use cookies, that's for sure. Anyway, that's what it is. It's a communication company in Sweden, and it did jump up pretty good. You are talking about that, Michael Anthony. So there you go with that one. And let's see what else is going on. We just looked at crypto, the news, and everything else. So I would say that's what the market looks like. Your AVGO is down pretty good, but NVIDIA is up. And we'll have to see what RGTI wants to do. It's just down a little bit this morning. And a couple of them other ones that we were looking at, SOC's up a little bit right there. That's not too bad. And Blink right here, that was trying to get set up yesterday, BLNK. Keep an eye on that. It is up just slightly, and Path was trying to get back on the right path right here. And that's up slightly. So, again, nothing real crazy happening. Move and Direct right there. Them two were moving this morning, and Laptop Travel nailed them for you. So there you go with them. And that's what the market looks like on a Friday, Michael Anthony and Cadence and Sam and everybody else tuning in. Robin driving to work, Joseph Levy, Louis Rodriguez, Laptop Travel, and everybody else. And Doge Mama 9, I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in, of course, and anybody new that joined in from FinViz last night. Thanks a lot to FinViz. That was great. That was a big old show last night. We had a lot of fun. 3-hour show talking about everything. It was a good old time there. So you can go check that replay if you want. And there you go, everybody. I would say that's a good pre-market review. And that's what we're looking at for a Friday. I'll be on in the Discord at 9:15. Be sure to like the show. Follow along on X and Instagram and YouTube and all that good stuff. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence and make sure you get ready for that snowstorm this weekend and stay safe. We'll see how that plays out. It looks like it might be a crazy one, so we'll see if what goes down, and we'll all be posting our weather pictures, I'm sure, this weekend, because that's going to be the big story. But first, we got to tackle the stock market today and end the week on a green note in our account. So that's what we'll try to do in the Discord. So like I said, I'll be on at 9:15 with Rhett, and we'll go through the top picks of the day, and then we'll do our live trading there and finish up the week strong and then get ready for next week in a snowstorm. So there you go, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in. You guys enjoy your Friday. Be sure to trade smart, lock in those profits, and goodbye, good luck, see you later, and have a great day, everybody.